Hi everybody, it's Mr. Verzat. We're going to look at two-point perspective and a variety of techniques that you learn in class. The way I want you to watch this video is a little bit different. It's going to go kind of fast for each stage, so you'll be doing a lot of pausing and rewinding just a couple of steps to watch and see how those steps were performed. Consider this to be a study guide that you would look over in pieces. Since I did this on the computer, I pulled my junk vanishing lines first, and then I drew over it in like the color green. So it kind of shows you the thinking first on where your angles go, and then the line that you would make on top of that. Okay, so what pulling is mainly is, instead of like working from a corner and pushing back towards the vanishing points, I'm going to work on a surface and actually pull towards myself away from the vanishing point. That's just basically working backwards with a cube. That'd be the same thing as if I took this cube and I started with this back corner and just started to pull towards me away from the vanishing point. A technical word for that is extruding. I'm extruding, I'm pulling out, I'm drawing forth a form from this surface and pulling it here. And you see right here, the shape of my form is going to be a rectangle. So I'm going to have a rectangle that just kind of pops out over here. Now I'm doing the exact same thing for this weird looking L shape, and notice I'm paying close attention to my corners, just like with the other form, the rectangular one that I just did. And so I'm going to connect each one of these corners to my VP and then pull them out from the vanishing point. You're going to see a lot of junk lines start to accumulate, but again, pause the video and look closely at which lines I connect to what. So what you're going to see me do with these shapes is I want to take this corner and just lop it off, slice it off. So we have like a rectangle with a slanted edge right here. And I'm going to show you how that affects the back of it and also changes the overall shape of the form, which will give you two new corners that you have to connect to the vanishing point, and then you're going to have to erase the leftover junk here. Holy smokes, this is a complex looking image. Well, this is what I'm going to show you how to get to. This is basically a mini mall if you looked at it from the top. What I've done is I've just lopped off, I've cut the bottom side of this rectangle out to make this hollow space. And you'll see what happens because part of the rectangle is sticking out in front. We can't see all the little hidden angles here. And so this is a little intro to what you would call draw through. That's where you would draw the hidden sides and hidden corners that you can't see in order to find where the edges of everything would go. And so once you slice a little corner out over here, that means everything that was down here, the bottom line and this bottom part of the rectangle, they go away. And what you've seen me do is this hidden corner that we can't see because the building is in the way, I've drawn that. And then what this line represents right here is actually the ground line here for the rest of the form, and I continued that as well. This line right here represents this corner of the wall off in 3D space, and finally this line right here represents this edge on the other side. So if you get into advanced perspective, it's important to know where these angles are because you might see some of them in your image. We won't see it in this one because the building hides mostly everything, but it helps to know how that works. that's just a little breakdown on some of the basic techniques that we learned this semester in 2D. If you're advanced, feel free to refer back to this for kind of refurbishing those old skills and dusting them off. And as beginner students in your labs, do try to take these techniques and use them in creative ways, push beyond just simply what you saw in this demo, and try to really stretch yourself for success. That's the best way to learn. So I hope you found this helpful. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in class.